Welcome, high school football fans, to beautiful Mooseheart High School. Jim, it's a beautiful night and a beautiful stadium here in the 8th week of the high school football season.
Yeah, we've got actually two teams, Larry, that have actually in the lower classes end up playing each other more than one time. And Hiawatha took the first game, I believe it was 30-0. So Mooseheart really has sort of a revenge on their minds tonight. And it'll be interesting to see. Perfect night for football. And again, I think this is that sort of revenge game.
Oh, absolutely. You know, when you've got a rematch like this, I would look for a closer matchup, and maybe this Red Rambler defense can toughen up and, you know, keep this Hiawatha Hawk offense in check.
Yeah, well, I'm sure their defense is going to be on their minds, and I would imagine, at this level, from what I've seen in the past, lots of running game and a fairly conservative offense, so it should be a fairly fast-moving game as well.
Yeah, well, we will be looking forward to it. We know that you are too, so we'll be back with the kick after this here on TV 17.
Summer may be over, but the Sugar Grove Family Fun Center will be open until October 31st. There's still time to enjoy the go-karts on our beginner course, as well as the slick track for the experienced drivers. Then walk over to the spectacular mini golf course for a round or two with your friends. And don't forget, the bumper boats and water wars are ready for those warm Indian summer evenings and weekends. Remember, the Fun Center is open until Halloween and is conveniently located on Route 47 and Jericho Road in Sugar Grove.
Welcome, high school football fans. Week 8 of the Illinois high school football season. Larry Brassfield here with Jim Gust, and we are truly two guys in the back of the stands here tonight, Jim.
Yeah, this is incredible. We're out here at Mooseheart, and I just feel grateful and just so happy to be here at this place. That if you don't know about Mooseheart, they do a lot of great things for a lot of young people, and I am honored to be here to call this football game tonight.
Put me in that boat with you, no doubt about it. Here in the opening possession of visiting Hiawatha Panthers.
Flag on the play.
Draw the defense offside after returning the opening kickoff to the 31-yard line. And Jim, not only is it a perfect night for football, but what about this stadium?
This, I know they sort of redid this a few years ago, but after, you drive by it on Route 31 there and you look at it, and it's sort of a beautiful sight to see, but when you're sitting here watching a game, it's absolutely magnificent. So I tip my hat to everybody who donated to Mooseheart and made this possible. It's a beautiful night and a beautiful night for football.
Sure is. Yeah, great use of the funds put towards this incredible facility. Quarterback keep around the left side. That's number 30, Ty Kilcullen.
Tyker Cullen, number 30.
Close.
Knocked out of bounds by Nick.
Relying on the PA for the pronunciation.
Yep, I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of running plays tonight, and right out of the gates, Hiawatha going to the run game and having some success early on here, Larry, and almost taking it to midfield there.
It was a nifty little quarterback draw, short pistol formation. Swing pass out to the far side, complete to number 34. That is Kyle Thompson on the reception.
Another first down for the Hawks.
Boy, and he did a real nice job of putting enough air under the ball, allowing him to get out.
Yep, and that was Oliver Wah on the coverage there.
On the tackle.
Now, both teams come into tonight's game with 4-3 records, although in the second week of the season, the Hiawatha Hawks did beat Mooseheart by a score of 30-0. Nice hit there by linebacker.
Number 54 there.
Andres Tovar.
No gain for the Hawks. It brings up a second and about 10 for the Mooseheart 39.
Second and long. Quarterback back to pass, pressured, steps up, overthrown here on the near side. Intended for number 48, Jacob Edwards.
Kilcullen's pass sails out of bounds. It'll bring up a 3rd and 9.
Now the PA announced Skylar Hodges making that tackle, but from my view, it was 54.
Tovar.
Yeah, Andres Tovar with that previous tackle, and that ball obviously thrown out of bounds. The quarterback didn't see anything happening there downfield.
Quarterback on a short roll here to the near side, complete to number 22, Harry Barrett, but short of the first down, and I would think they're going to go for it, Jim.
Yeah, they got a 4th and short. I don't know, unless they have a really good field goal kicker, I would say that this is 4-down territory, and they are showing nothing different. The offense is staying out there, and it's fun to watch these smaller schools. They show a lot of quickness on both sides of the ball, and it's a very entertaining football game to watch, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. 2-back set out of the shotgun, give to number 34, Kyle Thompson, who appears to have that first down.
First down for the Hawks.
Yeah, nothing fancy there. Straight away, straight up, man-to-man blocking. And the running back followed his blocks very well there and picked up the first down. So Mooseheart, obviously, it looks like they're a little bit undersized as far as, just comparing it, eyeballing it, comparing it to the offensive line.
Yes.
So they're going to have to rely on their quickness here to make some plays.
Offset pistol formation, back goes motion. They were setting up that quarterback draw again. But, back to single A football, whether it's single A or 8A, I'd love to say no place better to be on a Friday night than at a high school football game. But when you get into the smaller enrollments, it just really has a very wholesome kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it really does. And, Hiawatha coming here from small town Kirkland, Illinois, or just sort of northwest of the college there, Northern Illinois University, small town there. And then, of course, Mooseheart, everybody, if you don't know, Mooseheart is a parochial, or I believe it's Catholic-based, where they bring in children who have lost their parents or who have been orphaned for some reason, and they bring them in here and they raise them, and it's absolutely a phenomenal organization.
It really, really is, yeah, and it's commonly referred to as a city unto itself. You Google it. And,
yeah, it really is.
But, yeah, when you look at fostering young children who've lost their parents, I mean, what more impactful way can you benefit a child's life than to take them in and then give them an education with solid foundation?
No doubt.
Doesn't get any better.
No question about that, Larry. Yeah, just look it up. Oh, you almost...
Quarterback still on his feet, buying time, scrambling here to the near side, and finally wrestled down by a host of Red Ramblers.
That's a great job by the Mooseheart defense. Number one, just with the great pursuit, and you tip your hat to the quarterback keeping that play alive. But great play by Mooseheart, staying patient, and then they ended up getting a sack on that. Getting back to this organization and this school, I mean, are you kidding me? Just look it up sometime online at the history of some of the incredible people that have come out of here and gone on and done amazing things.
Yeah, absolutely. So back to football, 2nd and 14 from their own 33-yard line. Sophomore quarterback Ty Kilcullen, again on the roll to the right, kind of side-armed it out there, intended for Johnny Moore.
Yeah, you could sort of feel the momentum. It felt like Hiawatha was going to come out here and drive down the field pretty easily. And then, Mooseheart has made a couple of nice defensive plays here. And really a big 3rd down play here. I would imagine they're thinking about trying to get about half of this back so it's a manageable 4th down.
Yeah, good point, and that's, you read my mind. A good call here. I'd be playing linebacker on the other side. I'd be looking for either a slant pass or a little slip screen, but you don't have to get it all back in the first shot. The screen of sorts here to the near flat, number 5 on the reception. Alex Barber
Yeah, good call, Larry. The screenplay is always a good one on long yardage.
Barber.
And you would think defenses would sort of know that, but it seems to work more times than it doesn't.
Screens and draws. Well, I think part of what they did there, they had a 4-receiver set, sent the back in motion, and influenced to the right and threw back to the left.
Yeah, it was well executed.
Let's hear it, Rambler fans.
And that's why I'm thinking almost on third down and long like that, you should almost play a man-to-man because, you know, somebody's going to get the ball. So if it's your guy, you stick with him wherever, you know, no matter where he goes.
Yep. Trips right, single receiver left, back in motion, quarterback draw again off the left tackle. He's got the 15, picking up the first down and more.
He gains the yards needed for the first down.
You know, and one thing we'll see here tonight, again, going back to the smaller enrollment, you're going to see a number of underclassmen, but number 30, Ty Kikoen for the visiting Hiawatha Hawks, just a sophomore. We'll see underclassmen as well on the Mooseheart side.
Yep, indeed you do.
Now,
and he took a shot going out of bounds there. Tough kid. I could hear that all the way up here. The pads are cracking there, which is, you know, that's Friday Night Lights.
Absolutely. Shuffle, reposition left, give to the fullback up the middle. Barber once again, well executed.
Yeah, nice. Real nice hole there, and great patience shown there by the running back to wait for that hole to develop, and he just shot through there, and a real nice gain there for Hiawatha.
Now this Hiawatha Hawk team, I actually had the privilege of calling one of their games last year. They ended up going into the playoffs for the first time in like 20-some years, so the program has really been on the rise for them, and to see them coming out with a good stable of athletes and let's face it, this is a good sustained drive so far. Same play again to the back off the right guard, nothing doing.
Good pursuit there up the middle by the Mooseheart defense, and a gang tackle, which is what the coaches preach. You want to get a lot of helmets around that football.
You gotta love this, Jim. We got two brothers playing defense, numbers 54 and 5, Andres and Jose, the Tovar brothers.
I love it.
So the Hawks can actually pick up a first down inside of the 5.
And that's exactly what they did.
Quarterback did a nice job of faking the pass after handing it off, which froze those secondary guys.
Yeah, Alex Barber shown here playing running back and linebacker for the Hawks, a senior at 180 pounds, and he is stout.
Yeah, because it's a 5'6" frame for that 180 pounds, so he is stout. First and goal for the visitors. Barber once again, good leg drive, second effort. Looks like he got about down to the 3.
On the tackle. Maybe 1 yard.
And I have a feeling we're going to be calling the name Tovar frequently here tonight.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty good job there by the Mooseheart defense converging on the ball, but this kid from Hiawatha, Alex Barber, he's got a low center of gravity, and he is not afraid of contact. That's obvious.
Love that style of running. Motion here to the near side. They fake the jet sweep. Quarterback keep. Down near the 2.
Nice job there by Mooseheart not buying the fake and converging on the quarterback. And that was just a nice defensive play. And again, you see a lot of hats. So the coaches from Mooseheart are teaching their guys get to the football and gang tackle, and let's see what the defense can do here with the ball at 3rd and goal down on their basically breathing on their goal line here.
Yeah, and that defense started with the defensive end, keeping the contain, forcing him to cut up. I think that's Barber again. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, nothing doing. Bringing up a 4th down here. Larry, this is an impressive stand so far here, down very close to the goal line by the Mooseheart Ramblers. And They got to be gaining some confidence, I would imagine, here, that they can make some plays.
2.5-yard line.
4th and goal inside the 3, and this is what football is all about, Jim. 4th and goal.
You know, I looked over and I did not see the field goal kicker come out for some reason there, Lair. Should I be surprised?
No, although I did see the Mooseheart kicker banging one from about 30 yards out. But yeah, Hiawatha didn't even think about it. Quarterback's going to keep pressing to the goal line. And the defense appears to have held.
And nothing doing.
Stop short of the goal line.
Holy mackerel, what a stand there by Mooseheart to keep Hiawatha out of the end zone.
Holy cow is right. Nothing like a goal line stand by the home team. An impressive drive from the 31 all the way down to the 1.
And when you go to the film room the next day, regardless of the outcome, you can build on something like that, Larry. When you hold a team that has already defeated you once to a goal line stand like that, that's got to build confidence.
Oh, that's a huge, huge lift. But now they are setting up in their own end zone. Quarterback sneak, just trying to buy some room and some breathing.
Williams on the carry. May have gained a yard. 2nd and 9 for the Ramblers.
That's a good call there.
You know, Larry, I was just glancing up at the clock, and you and I have done a lot of games and all over the Fox Valley area. And I can't remember the last time a first quarter went that quickly, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, they possessed the ball for nearly 10 full minutes, marching almost 70 yards, coming up just a yard short. But, yeah, when they keep it on the ground and inbounds, the clock runs. So now the quarterback and all 3 backs set up in the end zone, trying to get some breathing room. Second effort, pushing out to the 5-yard line. Who we have in the carry?
Yeah, it was hard for me to get a well, there we go.
Game.
The PA announcer helped us a little bit there.
Number 5, Nelson Doe.
Yeah,
See
great
if he
second.
runs like a deer.
Great second effort there to get him out past the 5-yard line, which gives them a little bit of operating room. It'll be interesting to see what they do here on 3rd down. And we have an official's timeout with a, looks like a shoelace issue with one of the Mooseheart players.
Take a quick timeout as well and be back after this here on TV 17.
Kubota's Orange Opportunity Sales event is going on now at your local Kubota dealer. Kubota's Grand L Series gives you a higher level of comfort and ease of operation. With a Kubota diesel engine and your choice of 3 state-of-the-art transmissions, see how a Kubota Grand L Series can make your tough jobs easier. Now, get financing as low as 0% APR for up to 84 months or up to $1,000 in customer instant rebates.
Welcome back. Looking at 3rd and 5 from their 5 on their opening possession. The Red Ramblers high shotgun snap given to the halfback off the right side. Gained a few, but will be short of the first down.
Yeah, the snap was a little high, and it looked like it might have thrown off the timing of the play a little bit. The running back may have had to hesitate just a hair there. And that can be the difference between a big gainer and unfortunately brought him up a little bit short of the first down.
For the Ramblers.
Couldn't agree more. So the Ramblers will punt, and the Hawks have number 34, Kyle Thompson, back to receive the punt. Flags come raining down. Uh-oh. One too many guys on the field.
12 men on the field.
Yeah, those are the kind of mistakes the coaches just, they shake their head and say, come on, guys, we can't hurt ourselves here. You can't shoot yourself in the toe when you're down deep like that. You give yourself a little bit of room to punt the ball, and now you're backed up again.
So, yes, indeed. Move back 5, so the snap from about the 4-yard line. Left-footed punt. Fielded by Thompson in the air. Makes it to the 30. Knocked out of bounds as the first quarter comes to a conclusion. We are scoreless here at Mooseheart. We'll be back with the second quarter after this. You're on TV 17.
Your independent Allstate agent in Sugar Grove is David Weiss. David works for you to find the best rates on your home insurance, as well as your auto insurance. He's always looking for ways to help you save money. And so is his friendly, courteous staff. His office is conveniently located on Route 47 and Cross Street in Sugar Grove. Call him anytime at 630-466-7835.
Ready for the fall hunting season by stopping in at JR Shooting Sports.
Stay warm when you're out on the hunt by choosing from a wide assortment of hunting apparel. JR also has a huge selection of guns for the hunt, as well as sports optics. And don't forget to stock up on ammunition because JR Shooting Sports is your fall hunting headquarters.
We're located on Oakhurst Drive in Aurora. And visit us on the web and on Facebook.
So here to open the second quarter, the visiting Hiawatha Hawks have 1st and 10 from the Mooseheart 25-yard line. Quarterback gives again to Barber. We're going to get a better look at this offense. Sorry, that was Thompson.
Kyle Thompson, they're throwing a little curveball in there.
From the Mooseheart 24-yard line.
And
Barber
makes
his way back in.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Barber was out, but he's back in now.
Dan, get out your wall.
Well, it could be just a change of pace. Barber appears to be more of a power runner, while Thompson returning the punt, maybe a little more fleet of foot. Picking up 2, so they're looking at 2nd and 8. Deep drop from the shotgun, dumps to Barber in the flat here on the near side. Makes it down inside the 10, and he was out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
Stepped out at the 10, and that's fortunate for the Mooseheart Ramblers because he had a lane there, and he was heading for pay dirt, and they got just enough to sort of have him lean a little to the sideline there, and the ref was right there on the play to make the out of bounds call at the 10.
So the Hawks have 1st and goal from the 10, but this defense hopefully has some confidence after that goal line stand on the opening drive.
Running a
Thompson
little bit of
on the carry.
Counter action there. The defense read that well. Still picked up a couple.
3. Brings up 2nd and goal just outside the 7-yard line of the Ramblers for the Hawks.
It looks to me that number 5, Nelson Doe, from his linebacker position, calling the signals defensively for the Red Ramblers. Deep drop from the shotgun, now flush to the left. Flag comes down on the run. Thompson cannot hold on.
Oh, almost makes a spectacular catch. Flag in the backfield, which usually means holding, and indeed, that is the call.
Flag on the field.
Flag aside, the defender did a nice job of making sure that Thompson could not hold on after the ball was tipped. But yeah, he nearly made a spectacular catch.
Yeah, that'll back him up, I believe, 10 from the spot.
So moving it back and replaying 2nd down, we'll have 2nd and goal from the 22.
That's a good break for Mooseheart. It gives him a little bit of room to make some plays here and hopefully shut down Hiawatha.
But it can open things up offensively with more field to work with. Flush from the pocket and on the run, complete. Number 22, Harry Barrett on the reception.
Wow, what a play.
reception.
He ran for his life and then threw it out there, and 22 happened to be in the right place.
Just a sophomore.
Got the penalty back.
Yeah, they're back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah. So
The proverbial 2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
third and goal here. Mooseheart biding their time here on defense, hoping they can come up with a couple of more stops here.
Continue to be impressed with the sophomore quarterback, though. Again, deep drop from the gun. Nearly intercepted on the near side.
Oh, number 27.
Wendell Lamphere.
Wendell Lamphere may have been dancing in the end zone there before he got his hands around it, because it was for sure a pick six, because there was nobody in front of him.
Well, I think he had a little bit of the, is this a pick six or should I dive? And just couldn't reel it in. Great play to break it up, and now we've got another 4th and goal.
Dangerous pass there by the QB there, Kilcullen.
On the roll. Pressure from the backside and brings him down, and that's the captain, Nelson Doe.
Nice hustle by Nelson Doe, who literally ran across the entire field
Like a deer.
to make that play. I'm telling you what, if he's 5'7", I'm 6'3". And showing some nice wheels and determination. And then guess what? He goes right into the backfield on offense.
He does
not come off the field, this kid.
He brought the fury. Yeah, so what do? You give the ball to him on the offensive side. Oh, yeah, you gotta love this guy, huh?
And you could just tell he's like, bring it to the defense. He is not afraid of contact. All right, so that guy can play on my team any day of the week.
Yeah, you can see the spirit he brings to it.
He's got kind of a nice little saunter going back to the huddle. And some nice wheels, really, because he ran.
Oh, yeah.
He ran down the quarterback, and the quarterback was at full speed.
Yeah. Yeah, and he didn't feel that pressure from behind either. We've got an inverted wishbone. Give to the deep back. That's number 10, Oliver Waugh on the carry.
That's a nice run, following his blocking, getting it down to a 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, and honestly, the first time I saw that offensive formation, I don't know if that's what it's called formally. I just call it the inverted wishbone, because that's what it is. It's an upside-down wishbone from the shotgun, and I never liked it because they're so far away, but I tell you what, he's got a couple lead blockers with heads of steam, and he hit the ground.
Well, and you can run a bunch of different things from that. You can run guys in motion, and you can do a bunch of different things.
As they do there, kind of a cross-buck action. I think that may have been Doe for no gain.
Yeah, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And
down deep in their own zone here, I would imagine that they're forced to punt here.
I would think so, too, because the punter got off a nice kick, and, you mentioned it before. The return man, Thompson, did a good job of catching it on the fly. But the punter is also the same young man I saw hitting him from 30 yards and field goals, so he's got a good leg, and he's a lefty. With time, kicks it away. There will be no return. Let's see where they mark it.
That's going to be about at the 40. No.
Short punt of about.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
That's an unfavorable spot.
Yeah, I would say. Looked like it should have been up past the 40 at least, but again, Larry, that's why I'm up here and they're down there, right?
From the 35, Ty gives to Barber, working his way through the middle and out to the first down marker. Did a real good job of reading his blocks.
That was a nice job. He was very patient, running right up the gut, which is obviously, you know me, Larry, my favorite place to run. And my concern here for Mooseheart is, as this game continues, Hiawatha, just bigger, stronger team, may start to wear down this defense a little bit. And in the last series, they dropped the quarterback back and had him throw a couple of passes. I would imagine they're going to go right back to the run here.
They do, with Thompson through to the secondary, all the way down to the 20. And you're right, a bigger, more experienced team that made it to the playoffs last year. You see where they could kind of wear them down. But I tell you what, I didn't see or read anything about that second week 30-0 game, but you got to feel good for the home team here with a couple goal line stands and hanging tough so far.
Yeah, I think if they can get to the half with a 0-0 score, they're going to come out in the second half with a lot of confidence.
Well, it's all going to hinge on this series here as we are under 7 minutes in the second quarter. Thompson again doing a good job of fouling his blockers, and I wanted to mention this before. Both runners, both Barber and Thompson, I think people who really aren't as educated about football may think that running or good running back is all about being fast, but there's so much of it is patience, letting the blockers develop, and then also the vision. And both guys have developed good vision and patience as they've worked their way through.
Yeah, it seems almost like a counterintuitive thing to say patience, but you really need to have it as a running back.
Well, depending on the play call. Jet sweep. Thompson working the left side. Now, there's no patience there. You're going full speed and hitting the corner. But sometimes, we talk about that patience or letting the blockers develop. Oftentimes, if you're running a counter or you're pulling a trap with one of the linemen coming down.
Yeah, they're mixing it up here with some inside and now some outside stuff. And, again, this is going to probably lead to, them wearing down that Mooseheart defense a little bit. Let's see how they sort of react here now that their backs are against the wall again.
3rd and 1 from the 11. Long count. That's Barber off the left tackle. Second effort down to the 6.
That's going to bring up another, looks like a 1st and goal again, Lair, after that run by Barber.
On the tackle, Barber on the carry. 1st and goal again for the...
But you got to think the Red Ramblers are they're not intimidated by, we've held our ground inside the 10 twice. Let's do it a 3rd time here. Three receivers here to the near side, one to the far. Barber on the left hip, and the give is to Barber. Hitting the backfield and swarmed about the 5.
Great job there by the Mooseheart defense, smelling that play out from the get-go. And again, I see 7, 8 helmets around the ball, which is what defense is all about. Great pursuit. And you got to tip your hat to the Mooseheart defense.
Yep, they had good penetration, I think, from the defensive tackle at the end. But then from there, the Red Sea came swarming down. 2nd and goal just inside the 5. Same formation, this time Thompson, the running back, motioning here to the right. Look for a quarterback draw. There it is. Kilcullen pushing, pressing to the goal line, but just short.
Now they're calling him short, just
down.
Inside the 1.
Just short of the
And I
goal
think
line.
that's the right call because it looked like his knee and shoulder were down there before he crossed the goal line.
3rd and a half yard.
But when you're having the success running with the change of pace between Thompson and Barber, then quarterback draw, tough to defend. The Hawks want to take a timeout, and so will we. Back in a moment.
20 years, Pegs on Main Street in Maple Park has provided quality professional hair care for the entire family. Peg and her staff keep up on the latest fashion trends for adults and children. She also carries a wide variety of hair care products for your convenience. And when they're finished pampering your hair, you can walk over and browse around the fantastic on-site gift shop. Stop in anytime at Peg's on Main in downtown Maple Park or give them a call at 815-827-3051.
Welcome back to Mooseheart Stadium here in Aurora, Illinois. Could not ask for a better night for football. The visiting Hiawatha Hawks have 3rd and goal inside the 1-yard line. Quarterback keep. And in for a score. Jim, there's just no way you can really defend that.
It's really difficult when you're down that close to stop a running play up the gut. And Hiawatha executed that perfectly.
Good push by the offensive line, and that was their 3rd time down there, finally punching it in. Number 11, Dane Snow, on for the point after attempt. And it is good. The visiting Hawks from Hiawatha lead by a score of 7-0. Back in a moment. You're on TV 17.
Hodges Westside Truck Center is the place to go if you need a work truck for your business. Hodges offers a wide variety of trucks to meet your needs. And we have 2 locations to serve you in Marengo and in Elburn. And that's where you can browse around and find the right truck for you. We also service what we sell. We have an excellent parts and customer service department, and we also have a complete workshop to make the repairs you need to keep your truck on the road. Our Elburn facility is located on Main Street, just east of Route 47, and in Marengo, you can find Westside Truck Center on Route 20 Grant Highway near I-90.
Welcome back to Mooseheart Stadium, beautiful Aurora, Illinois. Mr. Do-It-All, Ty Cocoan, the quarterback, also kicking off. Bouncing and fielded, finally covered at the 10. But I don't know if he intended to pooch that, but that's what it turned out to be, and very effective for the kicking team.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the young man couldn't have fielded that ball cleanly and sort of pinned the Mooseheart guys back at the 10.
Sorry, that was Javian Hall.
All the way over in that other booth.
Javian Jones.
Welcome to the broadcast. I guess that's what happens when you broadcast from the back row. Hiawatha fans saying, hey, get that 7th point up there, and I don't blame him. More importantly, the home team, the Mooseheart Red Ramblers, have 3:31 left to play, but 90 yards to go. Starting from their 10, fake the pass and give to our guy, Nelson Doe. Still on his feet, 2nd effort, breaking through. And he's gonna go, but there's a flag coming down. Oh my gosh, appreciate a 90-yard run on a 2nd and 3rd effort. Holy cow.
Unfortunately, that's coming back as
There is a flag at the
one of the
33-yard
Mooseheart
line.
players held, it looked like. Yeah, that's too bad, because it had nothing to do with the play. But an exciting run nonetheless by Mr. Doe.
Reaffirming he could play for us anytime. Boy, what a burst. A lot of times you see a guy like that, almost a Barry Sanders, doesn't have that breakaway speed, but 2nd, 3rd effort, and then he broke away.
Yeah, now I know growing up, there was another name for money was Doe. You got any dough on you?
Oh, sure.
Right, so his last name is Doe. This kid is money.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, not cookie dough, some do-re-mi.
No, this kid is money.
Straight cash, homie.
He is money in the bank.
Yeah, so hopefully he's catching his breath here. Very exciting, and now they're starting all over. Quarterback. Oh, wow, post pattern intended for Rempert. hung just a little too long in the air.
Yeah, it still hit him in the hands. He might have been able to gather that in. It's tough when the ball gets deflected and you got a defender right on you, but those are the ones that you want to really concentrate on and get your hands around. That would have been a huge play.
You know, and back to, you know, what was odd about the penalty, you know, the 90-yard touchdown from the 10, but with the spot foul, they actually had 1st and 10 from the 23.
Yep. Still earned a first down.
Yes.
But because of where the hold happened,
the spot foul.
Exactly.
Nature of the infraction. 2nd and 10. We're calling it the 23. Motion here to the near side and give to the motion man. Working his way to the sideline, trying to stay in bounds. Marked out about the 28. Oliver Y. He's got some quicks.
Yep, that gets him
play of about 3 yards.
3rd down.
3rd and about 5.
3rd and 5.
For the Ramblers.
So a manageable 3rd down,
yep.
But given the field position, they're not in 4-down territory. They really do need to pick it up here.
Yeah, the Ramblers need to make a play here. Again, you don't need a home run here, just basically a 6-yard gain. So if you're going to throw the ball, make sure you're running that pattern for 6 yards.
Quarterback for Mooseheart is number 8. Joel Williams, a sophomore, completed to Nick Rempert.
At the 50-yard line.
Holding.
Touchdown, Ramblers.
Holding.
We do have a flag on the play, and it is against Mooseheart.
Oh, and I saw the quarterback come up limp, and I thought that was going to be a roughing the passer infraction.
That's unfortunate. It was a nice pass and a nice catch. And again, the penalty flag will halt the drive in a hurry, as we know, Larry, watching football at any level.
1-yard catch.
Yeah, and that really hurts because now they've had 2 big plays
And Mooseheart will snap it
bit by the penalty bug.
The 10-yard line.
Oh,
and
man.
that puts them back really to the original line of scrimmage. And it's 3rd and a mile.
Yeah, back to the 10-yard line, and they've got to get all the way out to the 33. So this is 3rd and 23. I would throw a screen pass to the money man. That's the play I would call. They don't throw it to him, they give it to him, and he's got nowhere to go. And Hiawatha very wisely uses one of their timeouts with 2:18 left to play.
Hawks called their 2nd timeout.
We'll take one as well.
4th and a little inside of 25 yards.
A long weekend is just an excuse to get a long way from boring. With models up to 62 horsepower or room for 4. Go rugged. Go big. Go Gator.
Hi, I'm Dave Gieske from Buck Brothers in Hampshire. We have 3 other locations to serve you: Harvard, Wakanda, and Libertyville.
With 2:18 left to play here in the 4th quarter, the home team, the Mooseheart Red Ramblers, forced to punt. Another flag comes down, a low bouncing punt fielded just across midfield. I would imagine they're going to have to punt it again. Very rare would that penalty by the side judge at the line of scrimmage be on the defense, unless it was encroachment.
49-yard line.
The legal procedure.
So that'll negate the 38-yard punt. Bring the ball back. It'll be 4th and a little longer for the Ramblers.
A powerful punt once it cleared the line of scrimmage. Sure, that was not by design, but boy, yet another penalty hurting the home team, Jim.
Yeah, I mean, it's just lack of discipline here all of a sudden on Mooseheart's part. And they're shooting themselves in the foot here, one penalty after another.
Thompson, the return man, setting up at the 45-yard line, and this punt will come from the Rambler end zone. Left footer gets a nice high one off, goes out of bounds about the 37-yard line.
JP's punt.
Check that.
Sails out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
31-yard line.
There, 1st and 10 from the 31.
Boy, I don't know how he figures that angle. It very unfavorable. So the Hawks have 2:10 remaining and one timeout to use. Quarterback Kilcullen from the shotgun, straight drop off the low snap to the left side, underthrown and incomplete.
That one never had a chance. Looked like he maybe mishandled it. He didn't quite have it in his hand right, and it just fluttered.
Well, and you know, you mentioned timing being thrown off with one of the high snaps earlier, and you know, there it was low snap and threw off the timing, and probably didn't get as good a grip as he wanted to either. So now both running backs. Thompson finally shifts out in motion. They fake to Barber, swing it to Thompson. Nice open field tackle.
Good defensive play there.
Wilson on the tackle. Short gain of about.
It's hard to see the numbers on the Mooseheart jerseys.
Yeah, it really is. Number 45, Xavier Wilson. The black on red.
Unless the light is shining on it in a certain way, it's tough to catch the number.
Well, actually, from the back, they're more visible, but they're a little bit smaller font from the front. And us old guys in our glasses, we're just having trouble with
Indeed.
it. Bear with us, folks. 3rd and 6 from the 27. Deep drop from the gun. Pressure. Still buying time on the run to the end zone. Thompson cannot reel it in. Falls incomplete. That's a break for the home team.
Kilcullen came up a little bit shy on that pass there.
Thompson goes incomplete, brings up a 4th and about 6.
Yeah,
This would be a huge stop for, sorry, Larry, didn't mean to interrupt you. This would be a huge stop here for Mooseheart. Just got to stay disciplined here and make sure you got all your assignments covered.
And the Red Ramblers take one of their timeouts, and so will we. Back in a moment.
Their first.
Love fried food, but the problem is it's fried in oil. Lots and lots of oil. And that means added calories. But what if you could eat the fried foods you love with little to no oil, without the guilt, and without the extra calories, but still have that great taste? Imagine mountains of piping hot French fries, crisp, snap-apart onion rings, golden fried chicken wings, guilt-free. Introducing the Power Air Fryer XL, the 6-in-1 revolutionary kitchen miracle with one-touch technology that fries with superheated cyclonic air, with little to no oil and up to 80% less fat.
We're so sure you're going to love your Power Air Fryer XL. You can try it risk-free in your home for 60 days. If you don't absolutely love it, send it back for a refund, no questions asked.
This special offer will end without notice, so you must call or go online right now.
Do it or go 1-800-384-1549 or go to powerairfryer.com. This offer is not available in stores, so don't delay. Call now.
With 1:10 left to play here in the first half, the visiting Hawks from Hiawatha looking at 4th and 6. Kilcullen on the run, throws an incomplete, and there's the defensive stand that you were looking for, Jim.
Take over on downs at the 27-yard line.
Still got 1:04 to go here. And, hey, you never know. There, they might be able to put something together here before the end of the first half.
Well, they really didn't have any sustained drives, but they had a couple really big plays. One by number 5, Nelson Doe, a 90-yard touchdown run that was negated. But then another long pass play, so they've got some weapons offensively. And a score before half would be a huge lift for the Red Ramblers. Screen pass here to the near side. That's Rempert. Made the first guy miss. Cuts it back across midfield.
Really nice play there by number 9. Again, showing some patience as he went down the field, and then a nice nifty little move. He stepped almost like a crossover move in basketball and picked up an extra 10 yards because of that. Nice play, nice throw, and nice run.
Yeah, number 9, Nick Rempert, and I would say he's got some glide in that stride.
No doubt.
Big first down for the home team. Quarterback fakes short, throws deep to the far side, and falls incomplete.
Pass intended for Lamphere goes incomplete.
Number 8, Joel Williams. Also, you know, how often do you see both starting quarterbacks are sophomores at the varsity?
I would like to see something across the middle here, Larry. Catch the guy in stride. Let him run with the football after he catches it. It's very tough for these young guys to throw the ball that far outside to an outside receiver. So I'd like to see something over the middle, catch and run, like that last play with Rempert.
Yeah, and you're right, you know, because that ball fluttered, which is an indication to me that he just really tried to throw it too hard.
Yep, he didn't have enough on it.
And it ducked on him. 2nd and 10 with 36 seconds to play. Oh boy. Quick flare pass to the far side was deflected and then nearly intercepted.
They're fortunate there because that could have been a disaster if the defender actually the receiver did a nice job tackling the defender on that one.
Yeah. And number 6, Riley O'Hearn. Really nice play from his strong safety position. He's one of the captains for this Hiawatha Hawk team.
Oh.
Trips right. Single back here in the near side. Williams takes a snap, quick hitter, falling short, and that was intended for Rempert.
Yeah, he had more time there. He rushed that. He didn't have a good grip on the ball, and it just went straight into the turf. It's difficult. It's difficult to, when you're young, to realize how much time you have around you, and sometimes you feel like
calls their second timeout.
You feel rushed.
Yeah, and that was evident there. So they're going to slow it down and take a timeout, and so will we.
Well, there's cell phones, jewelry, TVs, and baby clothes, computers, arcade games, MP3s, and stereos, backpacks, jackets, toys, and fresh produce, eye exams, appliances, rugs, and cowboy boots, good food, drink, shades, and pet accessories, fragrances, massages, hats, music, DVDs, custom shirts, beds, purses, and socks galore, dresses, blankets, dollar items, and so much more. Find anything from anywhere, from the common to the rare. There's good times to share at 7 Mile Fair. Opens at 9 until 5. Located in Caledonia, right off the I. Find anything from anywhere, from the common to the rare. There's good times to share at 7 Mile Fair. Opens at 9 until 5. Located in Caledonia, right off the I. Where weekends mean bargains, 7 Mile Fair.
Left to play here in the first half. The home team, the Red Ramblers from Mooseheart, are looking at 4th and 10 from the visiting 46-yard line. Deep drop by the quarterback over the middle, falling incomplete behind the receiver.
Mooseheart loses possession on downs with 25 seconds to go.
So Hiawatha will get the ball with 25 seconds remaining in the first half. And you got to think they're going to put the ball in the air, Jim. Kilcullen, deep drop from the gun with time. Receiver is open, but overthrown.
Nicely thrown ball there. Perfect spiral.
Pass was intended by Henry Barnett.
Yeah, the receiver just, it was just a tiny bit high.
With 19 seconds to go from the
But yeah, you know, Kilcullen really does have a nice touch on the ball. Good spiral there. And boy, that receiver was open, number 22, Barrett.
Yeah, and they're showing he's a 6-footer. So if that ball was a little bit lower, I think he would have had a good chance grabbing it.
I've also number 48. I've had my eye on him. They haven't thrown it to him yet, but there they just had one headed his way. He's another bigger guy.
Pass intended for Edwards.
Another 6-footer, senior.
3rd and 10.
Really kind of that tight end flank, you know, almost a Gronkowski version, what you see at the high school level now.
Indeed.
So yeah, when you see a quarterback, first name Ty, T-Y, immediately I think of Ty Detmer.
BYU.
Don't know if there's any correlation or not. Third and 10, Ty on a roll to the left. Deep ball to Edwards. We just called his name and his number, could not hold on.
Actually, the defender didn't look back, but he timed that push perfectly, right as the ball was getting there, and that disrupted the receiver just enough for that ball to fall harmlessly incomplete. And looks like maybe one more play here by Mooseheart.
50-50 tickets.
Well, we shall see. It's 4th and 10, and even the PA announcer said quite possibly last play of that. Look at this. They're going to punt. I'd get somebody back. Drop.
So that will end the half, basically.
Oliver Waugh drops back to see if he can get any sort of return, and he will cover it as it bounced, just staying in bounds. That concludes the first half of play. The visiting Hiawatha Hawks lead by a score of 7-0. We'll be back with the second half after this. You're on TV 17.
If you're looking for a fun place to bring the kids, look no further than the Sugar Grove Family Fun Center on Route 47. Kids of all ages like to start out on the go-kart speedway. And for the drivers who want a bigger challenge, they can check out the slick track. Then cool off with water cannons you squirt your friends with on the bumper boats. Or load up the water balloons in buckets and sling them at your friends in Water Wars. And let's not forget our modern, fun-filled miniature golf course. Look for us on Route 47 in Sugar Grove between Jericho Road and Route 30.
They can open something up here to start the second half.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see cash money.
Nelson
Doe get free with a little bit of space.
Well, there he goes off the right side, not finding space, actually tackled for a loss. Boy, and the more we watch him, you know, young Barry Sanders to me.
Yeah, his strength is not running to the sideline, though. It's going north and south. He's got to cut that up a lot sooner.
13 for the Ramblers.
Yeah, the play just didn't develop. It bounced to the outside, and defense kept the contain, resulting in a loss of 3. We mentioned earlier that, you know, in week 2, this Hiawatha Hawks team beat the Ramblers by a score of 30-0. Much closer affair so far. Boy, just struggling with the passing here at Joel Williams.
Williams intended for Yusuf, incomplete, brings up a 3rd and 13 for the Ramblers.
He's got plenty of time. He needs to set his feet and get the ball tucked behind his ear and throw it. He's sort of winging it, and the ball is just, I mean, it's got nothing on it.
Right, and there's a couple things going on. You know, he's a sophomore, so inexperienced, but then the mechanics of the feet, and I also, to me, it looks like he's kind of short-arming it, and then therefore trying to...
short-arming is a good description there, but they better hurry up here. They're going to get called for a delay of game.
3rd and 13, 3 receivers here to the near side. Looks like Nelson Doe in the backfield, 1 receiver to the far side, and Jim, you called it. Another penalty. And I'm sorry, you got to put that on the coaching staff. You got to get the play in, whether you're signaling it in or you're running it in.
Well, if the quarterback runs over the sideline, you're spending having a cup of coffee with him, you have to explain to him that you don't have a lot of time to call this. You got to call it.
Deep drop, pass defended, blocked, but caught off the deflection by Doe.
Williams' pass deflected.
He's a competitor.
Caught by Doe.
He's cash money.
Boy, you know, and when you see a ball deflected at the line like that, he did well to grab it, and he was just frustrated he didn't make a big play out of it.
You know, it's frustrating for Mooseheart to get great field position on the opening kickoff of the second half and then go in reverse.
Which is what they did by 11 yards. So a punt once again for Mooseheart. Number 34, Thompson, best punt of the night. Fielded at the 32, here to the near sideline, hit hard, knocked out of bounds. Nice punt, nice return, nice tackle.
Solid hit by Scott Shobayo for Mooseheart, 5'11" senior.
One of the few seniors that will be acknowledged next week. It's senior night.
38-yard
as
kick
we heard
JP.
during halftime. This Mooseheart defense has spent a lot of time out on the field, and here they are once again. Draw. That's Barber. Tough runner out to midfield.
Rempert and Doe on the tackle.
Good job by the running back there, taking what he was given,
about 4 yards,
and then driving. You know, Mooseheart was tackling him high, and he kept his leg turning and got an extra few yards because of that.
You know, we mentioned with the small schools, it's a lot of 2A starters and underclassmen. But boy, you see Rempert and Doe, numbers 5 and 9, and they don't leave the field. Then they make plays on both sides of the ball. You really got to respect the effort they're putting forth here tonight. Barber once again off the left side. Good defensive play there.
That was Cash Money. Cash Money, he just looks aggravated out there. You know, you got to love his attitude. It's a
little over a yard.
It's a lot of fire.
That's a lot of fire in a small package.
Yeah, I do love it.
He gave the guy almost like a single leg takedown there with a little extra love at the end.
Yeah, he picked that single leg, and then he had a teammate come finish him off. So now the Hawks looking at 3rd and short from the 45-yard line, and it's a free first down.
Got him on the hard count. And then, again, that's discipline. You can't go on the count. You got to go on the ball movement. That's something that That's something that we taught our guys back in the Aurora Superstars, Larry.
Yeah.
Early on. Watch the football. Don't listen to the count. Watch the football.
Yeah, whether it was intended as a hard count or just over-eager by Tovar, that hurts when you give him a free first down. But that's got to be at least 6th or 7th, if not the 8th penalty on the home team here tonight.
Mooseheart has hurt themselves.
Sure have.
Taking points off the board, and really, it's been frustrating.
Kilcullen play action pass intended for number 48 Edwards. We called his number before and he was open.
He had his man wide open and the pass was not where it needed to be.
Brings up a 2nd and 10.
He was behind the coverage, and I would be talking to my defenders right now. You cannot allow the receiver to get behind you like that or you're asking for trouble. They were fortunate there because the pass was not on target.
Right. Well, but with the success that Hiawatha's had running the ball, they bid on that play action, and, boy, he was open. Swing pass to Thompson on the far side, gets a block to the sideline and pushed out of bounds. Boy, that was a well-designed and executed play there.
Touchdown saving tackle there by number 10, Oliver Waugh, but the play was designed really nicely where you had a wide receiver out there, the quick outlet pass, and then the wide receiver becomes your blocker, and it was executed perfectly.
Sure was, giving him a first down down to the Mooseheart 26-yard line. Wing left. Give to Barber off the right side, up the middle. Still on his feet. Finally brought down.
54 with an angry, that was one of the Tovar brothers, with an angry tackle, and really,
2 yards.
Tovar really lost yardage on that. He had about 5, and then he kept the play going, and Tovar said, "Oh no, you don't."
Yeah,
it was a nice play, nice aggressive play by Tovar.
Yep. But you're right, Jim. He had a good 4 or 5 yards, and then he gave more than half of it back. You got to admire his second effort. But it worked against him there. Barber sets up the quarterback keep by going in motion, and Kilcullen makes his way to the 20-yard line.
Rempert on the stop.
I would think that Mooseheart would have figured out by now that when that guy goes out in motion to the left, most likely quarterback keeper to the right.
Yeah.
He's run that play I don't know how many times, Larry. I haven't kept track, but I'll have to refer back to our stat sheet after the game.
Yeah, more than a couple, because, yeah, we've seen it, and he is a good running threat, no doubt. Number 6, Riley O'Hearn, the lone receiver here, the near side, trips left, swing pass left, that's Thompson, complete, inside the 10, pushed out of bounds about the 5. My, oh my, they set that up well.
That was the identical play that they ran earlier for a big gain, and they did it again. And Mooseheart not being able to figure out how to stop that.
At the 5-yard line.
You got to get penetration across the line of scrimmage, because that ball is really thrown behind the line of scrimmage, Larry. And if you don't get penetration, that blocker gets on your defender, you're going to get some positive yardage.
Barber on the left hip, trips right. Quick hitter for a touchdown. Number 48, Jacob Edwards, kind of a back shoulder throw.
That was a really nice throw. He threw it where nobody else could get it, and the receiver held on. And that was a bullet.
Yeah, and by design, the back shoulder throw, you don't understand the terminology. Basically, the receiver's cutting to the inside, stops, and then they throw it essentially behind him. No way to defend it.
Yep. Yeah, the defender is helpless, because if he gets in the way, he's going to get called for interference.
So an impressive drive here on the first possession by the visiting Hiawatha Hawks. Point after's good, extending the lead to 14. Back with a kick after this here on TV 17.
Kubota's Orange Opportunity Sales event is going on now at your local Kubota dealer. Kubota's RTVX series is the best-selling diesel utility vehicle in the industry, earning their place by setting the standard for being durable and reliable under all kinds of conditions. Right now, you can get long-term financing as low as 0% APR for up to 48 months, or up to $400 in customer instant rebates on new Kubota RTVX utility vehicles.
So what do you do after you complete a touchdown pass? Well, you come out and kick off if you're number 30, Ty Kilcullen.
Hey, he's a fine lad, that Ty Kilcullen.
Pooch kick here to the near side, bouncing and finally covered the 27-yard line by Rempert. Would have liked to see him get a chance to run in the open field.
Basic fundamentals. You got to pick the ball up first before you start running with it. And he was looking upfield, and that's what happens. You have a hard time getting a hold of it.
Popcorn. We got popcorn for $1.
We'll have to pass. Thank you. All the wonders of broadcasting amongst the people, Jim.
Well, when they say live broadcast, Larry, this is live.
Almost. But truly back and better than ever, as they say on Mike and Mike. Williams, complete to Rempert. Nice pass and catch.
Yeah, 11-yard gain. There you go. You got to get some first downs, and you don't have to get it all on one play. So keep it under control. Oh, looks like Rempart shaking up a little bit on that play there. He's coming off.
Well, and we were talking before how he really does not leave the field, so obviously a key component, this Mooseheart team. Let's hope he's okay. Don't know if it's a cramp or he's...
Yeah, not sure. He's over on the bench, and they're attending to him. Yep.
Williams, give to Doe, working the right side, shake and bake, still on his feet.
That's going to be a face mask
yes,
penalty.
Yes, it is.
Nelson Doe on the carry. There is a flag down.
He is cash money.
Well, and you're not seeing him going down off the first hit.
Indication is a face mask on the Hawks.
As many penalties have stung this Mooseheart team so far. It's nice to see one going in their favor. Now it looks like that was the garden variety 5-yarder, not the personal foul. Fair call. I didn't see his head turn, and it didn't look malicious.
I think it was inadvertent, and I keep forgetting that they still have that the choice in high school.
For the Ramblers.
Giving them 1st and 5 from their own 44-yard line. The inverted wishbone formation from the shotgun. That's Doe once again working his way inside. Picks up a few. Bring up 2nd and short. It looks like Rempert's back on his feet.
Brings up a...
Yeah, I'm not sure if he twisted his ankle. Looked like they were taping up something there. But it looks like he may be ready to come back in. I'd like to see Doe on one of those inside carries bounce off and head to break it outside a little bit, because there's a lot of concentration by the tacklers right inside there. He might be able to break one to the outside right after that initial contact.
Let's hope he gets that chance. Pitch to the deep man. Loses yardage.
Outstanding defensive play there by number 32.
Watt taken down by Exner. Loss of about 4 on the play.
Nope.
Brings up a 3rd and...
Wyatt Exner, number 32. And we've got, now it looks like Waz cramping
number
up.
10, he's
grabbing his calf.
Yeah, it looks like he might be cramping up.
Take a quick injury timeout and hope that he's okay.
Your independent Allstate agent in Sugar Grove is David Weiss. David works for you to find the best rates on your home insurance, as well as your auto insurance. He's always looking for ways to help you save money. And so is his friendly, courteous staff. His office is conveniently located on Route 47 and Cross Street in Sugar Grove. Call him anytime at 630-466-7835.
Tackle for loss, resulting in a 3rd and 6 here in the third quarter for the Mooseheart Red Ramblers. Williams fakes a pass, drops deep over the middle. Rempert.
Nice.
Not Rempert.
What?
It's number 17.
Alfonso Bailey.
Alfonso Bailey.
Bailey with a nice grab. We haven't called his name all night, and I'll tell you what, he's willing to go over the middle. I'm liking the Alfonso.
Takes a special kind of receiver to come across the middle fearlessly and keep concentration to make the catch, which is exactly what he did.
Well executed play.
Wide motion, they fake the jet sweep, giving a counter to Doe. Nice misdirection.
Doe on the carry.
Yeah, that was a nice play. I'll give credit to Hiawatha, though. They are well coached and very fundamentally strong. I mean, when they tackle, they tackle.
Well, and we haven't called his number much yet, but number 64, Justin Parasot, 6'1", 275.
He's a big dude.
He is. He's anchoring the defensive line, and he lines up at left tackle on offense.
Yeah, they have not been able to move him out of the way all night.
And there he is, penetrating once again.
Just
that may have been
there.
Bailey again.
Great job by the defense there, number 6, with a solid play. And that's not easy to tackle a receiver in the open field like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was a wrestler there. That looked like a beautiful
double leg
takedown.
Boy, resulting in a big loss. So now the Ramblers looking at 3rd and 15. 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Yeah, at some point here, being down 14-0, you might have to exclusively go to some sort of short passing game just to throw the defense off a little bit.
Williams fields a short snap, best pass of the night, overthrown at the 10, but boy, he finally got a nice tight spiral on
The
him.
receiver was open, too. And it looked like he hit him in the hands, and he just wasn't able to hold on. Hopefully he's okay. He was shaking up a little bit. Maybe he got the wind knocked out of him. I don't know. But holy mac. On the other hand, it looked like if he would have run the ball there, it looked like he had some room in front of him there, maybe even enough to get the first down. But, of course, hindsight is 20/20. But that would have been a spectacular catch if he would have grabbed it.
Well, and we'd even commented before how he seemed to overthrow and get that duck effect. Well, boy, he hit that perfectly. The ball spiraled and carried 40-plus yards in the air.
It was a nicely thrown ball, no question.
Resulting in the receiver misjudging it. So, nice high punt. Fielded at the 10-yard line and tackled
coverage.
Immediately.
Great coverage there by Moose. Uh-oh, flag's down. Oh, boy.
Waugh takes down Thompson at the 10-yard line. There is a flag on the 49.
Multiple flags. What's that going to be?
Personal foul on the Ramblers.
Flag is for a personal foul on the Ramblers.
It's got to be their 10th penalty of the night. Unfortunately, negating the great coverage on the punt, bring the ball out to the 25-yard line.
The return brings the ball from the 10 to the 25. The Hawks will take over 1st and 10 from there.
And that looked like there was an exchange between the Mooseheart and the Hiawatha player. And guess what, Larry? Went Which guy do they always catch?
The second guy.
You
That's why I always got the first shot in. Barber lassoed, tackled.
But it doesn't matter what level you're at. They always catch the second guy.
Sorry, Shabayo on the tackle. No gain, 2nd and 10.
I wasn't dirty. I was just high-spirited. But, yeah, you're right. You get the first shot, and a lot of times you get away with it. But, you know, in the punt there, very much an open field, can't miss it kind of scenario.
Yeah. Yep.
Kilcullen completes the pass all the way out across the 30. Boy, oh boy.
I tell you what, that 54 Tovar, that guy could play on my team, man. That guy is high octane.
I love it. Yeah, hey, you know what? He's playing with a whole lot of spirit, you know, and hey, when it's between the whistles and between the lines, it's all good.
No, he is, and he's not exactly a giant guy. I mean, he's not big, but I'll tell you what, he's tough.
5'6", 167, lining up a middle linebacker.
Yeah, go figure, huh?
Well, at 167, I think is generous also, and he's just a sophomore as well.
Tovar on the tackle, not until after.
Yeah, a lot of toughness on display.
Pick up a first down.
You know, you see these guys going both ways, and really enjoying this game so far tonight. As Mooseheart, they're just, you know, one play short of really being in contention. Oh boy, Thompson was set up to run there. That same play they ran earlier, Jim.
Yeah, they've had some success with that quick out to the wide receiver.
7 seconds to go in the third quarter.
And that one, he just might have overthrown that one a tad.
Yeah, if you don't hit him perfectly in stride, it was just overthrown, like you said, but they do a good job of creating the mismatch by sending Thompson in motion, and Edwards is a big kid and just puts a screen block on, and boy, he was that close to being off to the races. Kilcullen with time, looking left, throwing left. That's Thompson. Was that the money man chasing him down? Boy, he closed quick.
He is unbelievably quick.
We will start the fourth quarter.
And that concludes 3 quarters of play.
With the Hawks.
Visiting Hiawatha Hawks lead by 14. Fourth quarter after this. You're on TV 17.
Get ready for the fall hunting season by stopping in at JR Shooting Sports.
Stay warm when you're out on the hunt by choosing from a wide assortment of hunting apparel. JR also has a huge selection of guns for the hunt, as well as sports optics. And don't forget to stock up on ammunition because JR Shooting Sports is your fall hunting headquarters.
We're located on Oakhurst Drive in Aurora. And visit us on the web and on Facebook.
20 years, Pegs on Main Street in Maple Park has provided quality professional hair care for the entire family. Peg and her staff keep up on the latest fashion trends for adults and children. She also carries a wide variety of hair care products for your convenience. And when they're finished pampering your hair, you can walk over and browse around the fantastic on-site gift shop. Stop in anytime at Pegs on Main in downtown Maple Park or give them a call at 815-827-3051.
Here to start the fourth quarter, the visiting Hiawatha Hawks lead by 14. Give us to the running back, Alex Barber. The older Tovar on the tackle there.
Yeah, really Hiawatha, really what they need to do here is just try to grind it out. I mean, keep the clock running, nothing fancy. And then Mooseheart, the Ramblers need a turnover.
Well, and Mooseheart's hanging tough. They really are. Noticeable size advantage and just really hanging tough, playing well. Oh, nice hit on the quarterback as he just got rid of it.
Barber.
Number, who is that, 91 or 81? 81.
Edgar Yusuf.
Brings up a 3rd and about 7.
Nice clean hit.
The Hawks at the 46-yard line.
Bringing up 3rd and long for the Hawks. Taking their time as Kilcullen goes to the sideline every play.
He's a fine lad, that Kilcullen.
Young Tyler.
He's going to the Cladog after the game, by the way. I talked to his father.
And here he's rolling right, throwing on the run. Receiver is open. Number 6, Riley O'Hearn.
That was a nicely thrown ball, and again, the cardinal sin is letting Riley O'Hearn, another fine lad there.
One Irishman to another.
Holy mackerel by Cracky. But again, the defender letting the receiver get behind him, and that's a cardinal sin.
Yeah, sure is.
So it was Kilcullen to O'Hearn by Cracky.
Javian Hall on the tackle. Barber with a gain of 4 brings up a 2nd and 6 from the 13.
Barber picking up tough yardage inside there. Number 20, Javian Hall with the tackle. Now we saw this Rambler defense stand firm a couple times in the first quarter, Jim. We'll see if they can do it here again.
Well, if they have any aspirations of a comeback here, they're going to need a stop or a turnover here with a little over 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, Larry.
Yeah, certainly need to stop the offense first. Key possession. This is Thompson working his way on the right side. Boy, I'm surprised you're not running more behind that big left tackle.
Rumpert on the tackle.
And that's number 64 who's playing both ways, right, on offense and defense?
Yeah, the big guy, Justin Parasot.
Brings up a 3rd and about 2 at the 9-yard line for the Hawks.
They're winning that line of scrimmage, certainly.
Yeah, they can, if they keep it on the ground here, I think they'll be tough to stop.
2-back set for Kilcullen. This time Thompson off the left side.
Nice job there by the defense. You know, you got to give credit to Mooseheart for not giving up. They are playing every down as if it was a Super Bowl. You got to respect that. I mean, there's just nothing else you could say about it. Just the effort is there.
No, absolutely. There was no parting of the Red Sea. In fact, the Red Sea came throwing him back.
Yeah, and they are definitely not on their heels. I mean, they are fighting and scratching and battling on every play.
Facing a Hiawatha team that made it to the playoffs last year. Certainly standing strong and fighting hard. Quarterback keep. Kilcullen finds his way in for a score. Touchdown, Hawks.
For the score from 10 yards.
Boy, he showed great quickness and burst there, Jim.
Yeah, that was not a lot Mooseheart could do there. They had some good blocking out in front of the quarterback, and then he showed a lot of patience and made his way into the end zone. Really an impressive drive by Hiawatha here to chew up a good amount of time here in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely, and they did go left side behind the big guy Parasot, and then Barber led the way for his quarterback, who punched it in. Point after is good, extending the lead to 21. Back with the kick after this here on TV 17.
If you've ever broken down on the road before, you know how frustrating that can be, especially if you're out in an unfamiliar area. At Westside Truck Center, we're here to help. If you can't get your truck to us, we can help get it here for you. From standard maintenance to heavy repair service, we can handle just about any job. With 2 locations to serve you, you're never far from high-quality repair. Our Marengo Service Center is located on Route 20 Grand Highway near I-90, and our Elburn Service Center is located on Main Street just east of Route 47. We also sell what we work on. If you're in need of parts, talk to our parts department. We sell both new and used truck parts. If you're looking for a new truck, we have a large inventory of trucks to choose from. We sell vans, box trucks, flatbeds, cab chassis for custom bodies, both single-axle and tandem-axle tractors, and many more. Give us a call at either location, stop by, or check us out online. Westside Truck Center, your transportation experts.
Just under 8 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. The home team, the Ramblers, here from Mooseheart High School, trailing by 3 touchdowns. Really need to see if they could put something together to get some points on the board tonight. Short kick, fumbled, and see if he did cover it. My, oh my.
Javian Jones falls on it.
Number 11, Javian Jones.
Well, they got good, fortunate to get the ball, first of all, but they got good field position. Let's see if they can make a couple of plays here and get some points on the board.
Yeah, you know, I was kind of surprised with the return team set. They had 3 deep guys at the 10 and then 1 guy actually at the goal line, and they had pooched every one of the kickoffs before. And that wasn't a pooch or a onside. It was kind of a line drive. Tough for Jones to field. Lucky to recover it, but giving good field position, as you say. Quarterback looking and throwing left, just overthrown.
Pass intended for
Falling incomplete.
Brings up a 2nd and 10.
You know, Williams does have some playmakers, but, you know, struggling to get the ball into their hands.
Yeah, he's fortunate that one wasn't picked off, and 54 may have been seeing fireworks in the end zone there. May have taken his eye off the ball there.
Cole Dunbar. Now that's a
What?
good name for a middle
Is that a
linebacker.
solid football name or what?
Cole Dunbar. MLB, middle linebacker. Gotta like it.
Gotta love it.
Williams with the deep drop from the gun, slinging it over the middle, complete.
Nice.
Edgar Youssef on the reception.
Number 91, Youssef, 81 rather.
Play brings up a
Going to a hurry-up offense here. I like to see that.
41-yard line.
And that was a really nicely thrown ball there and a great reception.
Absolutely. And I like the change of pace as well. Sense of urgency, you're down by 3. Oh, boy, that one should have been caught.
That's too bad.
Pass the wide.
He had some room in front of him, too.
They had 2 blockers by design out in front of
Yep.
them, and Wow was just looking to run before
Looks
he
like
brought
might
it
be-
in.
Sorry, Larry, you might be. Looks like somebody's cramping up again out
Youssef
there.
is down on the play.
He's having a cramp. You know, he may have been, the receiver may have been looking ahead of him, too, and saw open field. You got to catch it first, right? I mean, we keep talking about that, but
It's fundamental.
it's fundamental. It's like reading. Reading is fundamental.
It is. We're going to take a quick injury timeout. Hope he's okay.
Back after this,
Remember when you were a kid? You liked getting dirty and building things? There were no limits. You could move mountains. The John Deere 1 Series subcompact tractor. The way grown-ups move mountains. And with AutoConnect implements, it's the easiest tractor to use yet.
Hi, I'm Dave Gieske from Buck Brothers. See these products in our complete lineup of John Deere equipment at our location at Route 20 and 47, Hampshire.
Maybe not. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action, just under 7.5 minutes left to play. Williams on a deep drop, looking left, hanging it up there, falling
It's
incomplete.
going to be a holding penalty against Mooseheart. Number 61 got a little aggressive with
Indication is a holding
the
on
defender
Mooseheart.
there. Obvious holding call. Really had nothing to do with the play. It's unfortunate. And that backs them up again with another infraction.
Penalties really, really hamstringing the Ramblers tonight, Jim. Most obvious was on Doe's 90-yard touchdown run called back.
Yeah,
but
that was unfortunate because it really was nowhere even near the play. And
Well,
that's what really is frustrating as a coach.
10 yards from the infraction.
And it would have been a 7-7 game
Yeah.
at that point.
And you know, who knows what happens after that?
Brings
That
the second
could have changed the
26.
entire complexion of the ball game.
But nonetheless, yeah, penalty bug really biting the Ramblers here tonight. 2nd and 26 yards. Look at the money man up the middle with the burst. Cross the 30, and he is in for the score. That's money.
That is cash money.
Touchdown, Mooseheart. No flags on the
No
field.
flags on the field, as the PA announcer so graciously informed us.
59 yards.
Holy mackerel.
Lickety split just like
Guy
that.
gets in the open, forget about it.
Kind of a deviation of a Statue of Liberty draw, sort of, from the
It was
shotgun.
definitely a delay.
But man, once he shot through the secondary off to the races, he was.
Let's see how the lefty kicker does here. He was booting him pretty good in pregame.
JP.
Number 33. Oh, and he nailed that.
And
JP with the extra point.
JP makes it good.
Hiawatha, 21, Mooseheart.
21-7. Take it away, and back after this here on TV 17.
Love fried food, but the problem is it's fried in oil. Lots and lots of oil. And that means added calories. But what if you could eat the fried foods you love with little to no oil, without the guilt, and without the extra calories, but still have that great taste? Imagine mountains of piping hot French fries, crisp, snap-apart onion rings, golden fried chicken wings, guilt-free. Introducing the Power Air Fryer XL, the 6-in-1 revolutionary kitchen miracle with one-touch technology that fries with superheated cyclonic air, with little to no oil and up to 80% less fat.
We're so sure you're going to love your Power Air Fryer XL. You can try it risk-free in your home for 60 days. If you don't absolutely love it, send it back for a refund, no questions asked.
This special offer will end without notice, so you must call or go online right now.
To order, go 1-800-384-1549 or go to powerairfryer.com. This offer is not available in stores, so don't delay. Call now.
So our guy, number 5, Nelson Doe, burst through for a 59-yard scamper, putting the home team on the board, and what we would think is going to be an onside kick. Here it comes. Fielded by the Hawks on the fly. Normally you want to pound that into the ground and get a bounce.
I'm not sure how much they've been practicing
Fielded
that
by Dunbar.
onside kick, because that was almost a perfect kick to the receiving team. You couldn't have made that any easier for them. But that's, again, we're talking about high school here.
Yeah, well, and yeah, JP, you know, he's done a good job punting and place kicking, but yeah, normally you see the onside kick, you know, you pound it into the ground and try and get a bounce.
Right. Make it tough for the receiving team to field it.
So now the visiting Hiawatha Hawks take over with just over 7 minutes left to play, and you would think that they're going to really pound the rock, as they say, and that's Barber up the middle. We talked about winning the line of scrimmage, and that's becoming evident as this game wears on.
Yeah.
Hodges on the tackle, gain of 5.
By the way, that was not Hodges. That was Tovar on the tackle. He's made almost every single tackle the entire game. The guy's unbelievable.
Wow, and when Doe wasn't there with him, you know, how's that line backing tandem for you? You got Tovar and Doe. getting after it.
Yeah, Tovar, no tape, no pads. I mean, he's old school out there, man.
Got the bare arms, you're right. Barber again. Boy, and yeah, the size advantage is becoming evident up front for the Hawks.
Yeah, this is by design. They're going to grind it out here, try to wind the clock down, run it up the gut.
But not until after Barber gets the first down. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line.
Thompson in the backfield with Kilcullen.
Hey, he's a fine lad.
Hands off to Thompson, working his way up the middle. Dragged down inside the 10-yard line. Whoa.
Touchdown saving tackle there by number 20.
Javian Hall brings down
Javian Hall with that touchdown saving
Kyle
tackle.
Thompson.
As we sit amongst the visiting
4-yard gain. 1st and goal inside.
Rowdies. And rightfully cheering.
The Hiawatha Hawk Rowdies getting a little rowdy.
As well they should. It's all clean fun. But yeah, what a burst up the middle for Thompson. Kilcullen swings it out wide and in for the score. Boy, they were not expecting a pass at all. Number 24, Johnny Moore, wide open.
Perfectly timed pass, caught the receiver in stride, and there was just nothing the defense could do on that.
Well, and set up by the success they're having with all that running that they've been doing. Pounding the rock, and then swing past the outside was wide open. So the Hawks answer that touchdown quickly.
Snow with the extra point. 28.
Hiawatha 28, Mooseheart 7.
Back after this on TV 17.
Well, there's cell phones, jewelry, TVs, and baby clothes, computers, arcade games, MP3s, and stereos, backpacks, jackets, toys, and fresh produce, eye exams, appliances, rugs, and cowboy boots, good food, drink, shades, and pet accessories, fragrances, massages, hats, music, DVDs, custom shirts, beds, purses, and socks galore, dresses, blankets, dollar items, and so much more. Find anything from anywhere, from the common to the rare. There's good times to share at 7 Mile Fair. Opens at 9 until 5. Located in Caledonia, right off the I. Find anything from anywhere, from the common to the rare. There's good times to share at 7 Mile Fair. Opens at 9 until 5. Located in Caledonia, right off the I. Where weekends mean bargains, 7 Mile Fair.
So Johnny Moore on the touchdown reception, answering the touchdown that Mooseheart had put in.
2-yard line, 33-yard line of the Ramblers.
I don't know why Jones decided to down that.
It looked like he was almost like instructed to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that was immediate.
Yeah.
There was no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, but honestly, they'd had trouble fielding some of the pooch kicks and the shorter kicks. But yeah, he caught that clean, and he had room to run. But it looked like the coaches said, catch it and down it. From the 34.
The money man, he is not going to go down without a fight.
Running hard.
3, 2nd and 7 for the Ramblers.
He almost literally fought his way out of that first tackle.
3 of the hardest fought yards I have ever seen broadcasting a football game.
There's no quit in him, that's for sure. Nice ball here to the near side.
What a spectacular catch by number 27.
Wendell Lanfear.
I mean, that, my friends, was picture perfect. 2 defenders around him, and he goes up for the jump ball. It makes a spectacular catch.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when Williams keeps the spiral on the ball, it's a good ball. And yeah, Lanfear went up and got it. Fake the jet sweep, but oh boy. Edwards from his defensive end position nearly intercepted it.
Yeah, well, that's one you don't want to catch, number 27. You just want to knock it down, because if you would have caught that, you would have lost about 8 yards. So I think he just wanted to make sure nobody else caught it. I get that.
Yeah, but and it wasn't like Edwards was trying to intercept it. He was so close that the ball just bounced off him. Yeah.
2nd and 10 for the Ramblers.
So yeah, Williams kind of dodged a bullet there. Empty set from the shotgun. Williams, deep drop.
Again, didn't have his feet set, and it was so apparent during the entire game, if he didn't have his feet set, he was not able to get enough on the football.
Yeah, short arms it and short hop it.
Yep.
Intended for Doe.
Well, they're obviously in 4-down territory now. So they got 2 plays to pick up 10 yards here, Larry. And we're clock sort of ticking away here. What do we got left here in the 4th?
4:14 left to play. I don't know if we've seen the pistol formation yet tonight. Shift Doe over to the left hip. And again, didn't get the feet set.
Incomplete pass brings up a 4th and 10 for the Ramblers.
He was pressured quickly, and he had to get the ball off quickly.
Yeah, again, it's obvious when he gets his feet set, the ball travels. It's just a much better looking ball. When he doesn't, it's almost like the ball's head's almost straight down to the ground. It almost hooks down. And I don't know if it's the way he's holding the ball or if it's just his footwork. It's hard to figure out.
I think it's a combination of those mechanics. So now the home team's looking at 4th and 10 with just over 4 minutes left to play. Slow snap, running for his life, buying time. Pushed out of bounds will result in a turnover on downs. Cole Dunbar forced him out. And Hiawatha will take over.
Hiawatha from the 33-yard line.
That's a tough break. Although I didn't see him scoring 3 more times to tie it up, it would have been nice to see him score 1 more time.
Yeah, and I would expect Hiawatha to go extremely conservative now. The game is out of hand.
And just another reminder that the final home game of the year is next week, Friday, 6:45. We'll present our seniors, 7 o'clock kickoff against River Ridge.
Kilcullen gives to Barber. Right up the middle, but picks up 3 or 4. And yeah, I think you're right. You're going to see some conservative calls played with runs between the tackles, looking to just kind of grind it out.
You mentioned it earlier that you were really enjoying this football game. I have to join you in saying that this is one of the most enjoyable games I've broadcasted in a long time. Just for a few reasons. Number one, how hard the kids are playing, how respectful they are of each other, the sportsmanship. There's something to be said about how this game is being played tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And it's a great venue and a perfect night for football. We're sitting out in the stands. So, yeah, you're right. A lot of really enjoyable aspects of this game here tonight.
Incomplete pass. There is a flag down on the field.
Rare penalty on this Hiawatha team will move them back.
Yeah, I don't remember another flag being called on there. Maybe there was, but most of the flags have been against the Ramblers tonight. And again, I'm a little surprised that Hiawatha would be throwing the ball here, as really all they need is the clock to run out, and that stops the clock. On top of it, they get a big 10-yard penalty, holding penalty against them as well.
I'm surprised, that they put the ball in the air too, but actually that's how they scored on their last. But that to me was just a good call.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was a bomb. It was just a little out pattern.
Right, and it was well set up by the run. Thompson on the jet sweep, working the far side, gets the edge. Out near the first down marker. Appears to be just short.
A short. A hair short.
A gain of about 16 brings up a third down.
Boy, but with the holding penalty, I was thinking, you get a stop, you get the ball back one more time. But boy, they got the penalty and more back. And third and very short coming up here for the Hawks. But I have to echo the sentiments on what a joy it has been to bring this game to our viewers here tonight. Just a really good experience. Where else you want to be on a Friday night but at a high school football game?
Yep, no doubt about it.
So Barber picks up the first down in the last couple minutes. Probably will be about academic.
Carry, first down for the Hawks.
But I tell you what, we always try and look for the positives in these situations, and you've touched on a few of them already. But, if you lost 30 zip in the second week of the season and to only be down 7-0 at half, it's you got to think Mooseheart feels good about themselves.
Yeah, I would think if there is such thing as a moral victory, at the end of the day, they can go back and say, hey, guys, we sort of shot ourselves in the foot with all the penalties. This game could have been completely different.
Well, and in spite of the penalties, a much closer, more competitive game than in week 2. Here comes a face mask penalty. You could see that from the back row of the bleachers. Two flags came in.
Tack on 15 there.
Barber with a 14-yard carry, and there's a flag on the play.
And that was the big one. Not the garden variety 5-yarder.
So add 15 yards to the play.
So at this point, let's cheer for Mooseheart to just keep Hiawatha out of the end zone. So, I agree with the conservative play calls, but any running back worth his salt, he's going to run hard and he's going to score if he can. So the defense cannot give up here. That I don't understand. That I don't understand.
Well, that's definitely not victory formation, as the PA announcer was suggesting.
Enough for another first down for the Hawks.
Quite the opposite, Jim. I understand working on your game, but on the other hand, there's just kind of some unwritten rules. Number 32.
Skylar Hodges on the tackle.
Geddes
Exner
on the tackle.
Gain of about 1. 2nd and 9 for the Hawks.
Excuse me. Wyatt Exner on the carry. He runs hard. A couple new running backs in. Exner and Barrett.
He just went to the kneel down there, and that should just about do it.
Congratulations, Kirkland Hiawatha. Good effort, Mooseheart. Again, next week is senior night. Mr. Kyle Reif will be on the microphone.
It was a compelling game and a lot of bright spots for the Mooseheart Ramblers. Certainly you talk about a whole lot of heart that we saw, in particular by one Nelson Doe. And then also the play of both of the Tovar brothers.
Yeah, it was a fun night of broadcasting. It was enjoyable to watch these two teams go at it. The difference really to me was the Hiawatha had a little bit more size and a little more strength, and they were able to run the ball and made some big pass plays. And then the penalties against Mooseheart really was hurt them big time tonight.
Well, yeah, they sure did, and we mentioned it before. This Hiawatha Hawk team did make it to the playoffs last year, and with a very noticeable size advantage, eventually won out. And, really the ground and pound prevailed, But balanced attack, and, Kyle Kilcullen, what pretty impressive for a sophomore quarterback, Jim.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the kids showed a lot of poise back there, didn't make really any mistakes, and played a pretty solid football game.
Yeah, and you mentioned the penalties were the killer. Nelson Doe had a 90-yard touchdown run that was called back. It would have made it a 7-7 game. But that aside, he played with a whole lot of heart and spirit, and we saw that with a number of the players here on this Mooseheart team.
No question.
So I tell you what, it's been our pleasure to bring this game to you tonight from Aurora, and we will be out in Geneva next week. Got West Aurora, and that's a team we saw earlier in the season, a number of good athletes there, and the Geneva Vikings. It's always a good time going to Geneva. That's a good game to look forward to.
Yep. That should be a high-spirited game. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see the West Aurora Band, who, by the way, is one of the best bands in the state. I don't know if any of our viewers have had a chance to see them, but they are absolutely phenomenal. But I'm hoping for a good band show at halftime by Geneva, but should be a very well-fought football game. Both teams, I think, with a lot to gain and a lot to lose, too.
That's right. And as always, you can see these games in their entirety on YouTube and also on Facebook. So check us out there, and we'll look forward to seeing you out in Geneva next week. And with that, we'll say good night and God bless from TV 17.